Hey everybody, this is Gabby. Just a quick intro here. This episode ended up going a little long for one episode, so I've broken it down into two. So this is episode 4, Disagreeing and Agreeing on our top 5 movies, part 1. If you like listening to foolish people talk about foolish things, enjoy.
All right. Thanks for listening and telling a friend.
To the Disagreeable Nerd.
Yeah.
Okay. And welcome to the Disagreeable Nerd podcast. I'm Gabi. To my left is Sade.
What's up?
To her left is Jerry.
Mm-hmm.
Jerry's that's just difficult and everything.
I'm not
You can't even say hello.
I'm not difficult.
You can't even say hello.
Salutations.
And DJ.
Hello.
Okay.
That's annoying.
So, this podcast,
Jerry's always annoying.
one of the things we were going to discuss is our top movies.
Wait. Question.
Now, I left it open-ended top because I have my top 10. Some have their top 3, some have their top 5. I don't know what everybody else has.
Do TV shows count?
No! Top 5 movies.
Top 5 movies,
Yeah.
Jerry.
Yeah.
What
I just making sure we had the
Okay.
ground rules. Now,
Now,
can these movies be foreign, independent films?
Are they movies?
So they have to be released from a major studio. What if it's just some?
Is it a movie?
Is it some independent person on YouTube? What is a movie really?
Is it a movie? I know. The second I let Jerry in, he's going to be difficult.
Do home videos count? I've shot movies. Have you seen my trip to Colorado 2014?
No, home movie. It has to be
That's all,
It
folks.
has to be distributed. That's
Well,
what I'm looking
I've
for.
sent it to people.
Distributed.
Roger gave
okay,
it.
you can have sent it to people, but it has to have been distributed and in a theater. Let's say
Roger.
that in a theater.
Roger gave it 2 thumbs up. Not Roger, the movie critic, but my cousin. And we
No,
watched it on my
stop.
home movie theater.
Stop.
Okay.
Just shut up.
All right.
Shut up.
So popular movies,
Distributed. Yes.
mainstream movies that the masses
Yes,
watch,
yes.
all the sheeple.
Yes, not Jerry's Winter Vacation 2013.
Can't be a home movie.
Well,
Yeah.
it was
That's-
better.
That's better left unsaid.
Okay. So something I have not done is a introduction. Sade,
Yes.
the term nerd is very widely used. Why do you think you are a quote-unquote nerd? You don't even know what to say, do you? You have no response to that.
I know what to say, sorta. It's
Okay, so
it's
if it's so
over.
cliche, what
It's
is it?
overrated.
Okay,
I
and
think.
something else you do? You like clear your throat like throughout the podcast.
Sorry.
Okay.
It's kind of part of who I am.
You want me to start with DJ and come back to
yeah,
you?
yeah.
Okay,
Why don't
DJ,
you start with me?
DJ, let's go with the term nerd.
What about it? Why am I a nerd?
Disagreeable
Come on,
nerd. Are you a
Bobby.
nerd and are you disagreeable?
He has glasses
Yeah.
and a purple hat.
Okay.
I like it.
I mean, I agree with Paige on the fact that the word nerd is kind of overused.
Oh,
And
extremely.
it's cliched.
Extremely.
I don't know what the exact term for nerd is, but I guess
Jerry's
I would say
rolling his eyes as we discuss this.
I guess I would say I'm a nerd because I love Star Wars. I love sci-fi. I
Loving
love
Star
fantasy.
Wars
I
alone
love,
does not
I
make
love
you nerd.
Marvel. I wasn't finished.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I love comic books. I love Marvel shows, DC shows, sci-fi, fantasy, all that stuff. Board games. I mean,
Fantasy.
video games.
What kind of fantasies?
I mean, Lord of the Rings.
My fantasy.
Oh, really? What are your fantasies, Jerry?
My fantasy is where people understand the definitions of words.
Oh,
And
really?
so-
Oh, really?
Nerd.
Understand.
up.
By
What does it
understand,
say?
I
by understand,
actually
he means
looked it up,
Google on his
too.
phone.
Okay.
Oh,
excuse
well,
me.
we've all looked it up on Google.
No,
Is that the
Webster.
definition?
Webster Dictionary.
Okay, Jerry, go.
A foolish or contemptible person
What?
Okay.
Check and check.
who lacks social skills or is boringly studious. And so by that,
Boringly?
yes.
And you know what my definition said? It said an unstylish, unattractive, or socially inept person.
Okay.
The second most common use is
Gourd
probably
head.
what you're
Gourd head.
referring to, Jughead. A single-minded expert in a particular technical field.
Oh, technical.
And so by definition,
Is anybody single-minded in a technical field?
I'm a jack of all trades and master of one.
But that is not a field. That is all fields.
Okay, but so by definition, I am not a nerd.
Okay. Well, no. Okay. So here's
False.
the deal. Here's the deal with the nerd, quote unquote, cliche definition. When most people think of nerd, they think of. Okay, when
think
I
of
was a
glasses,
kid, if you were called a
dorky.
nerd, yeah, you had glasses, you did your homework, people beat you up and stole your homework,
And you like to read
and
books.
you maybe like sci-fi and read books. But nowadays, supposedly, nerd is anyone who is very enthusiastic and fanatical about a certain field,
That's
which
called-
kind of goes along with
That's called a fan
a fan.
by definition.
Okay, so is a fan a nerd? Is that the same thing?
No, they're a fanatic.
Okay,
So you can be a Star Wars fan.
so you're a Star Wars nerd.
A Star Wars nerd is somebody who is greatly engrossed in all the books and the meta of Star Wars, and that's pretty much all that they know and enjoy.
That'd be me.
So then, do you call yourself a fan of things or a nerd of
I'm
things?
a nerd of Star Wars.
I am not a nerd of anything. I am a fan of many things.
You're a nerd of board games.
I was gonna say the same
As
thing.
Jerry Baker of Board Game Snobs.
Yes.
That's
We're all
BoardGameSnobs.com.
nerds of something
I'm
and
not a
fans of
nerd.
everything.
You're a
else.
nerd.
I'm a
That's
Look
true,
up the-
Deej.
No.
I agree with that.
Okay.
We're all
well,
nerds
see.
and fans.
This is the deal.
I don't let other people define who I am.
Don't let nobody define you, Jerry.
I don't.
Okay.
Can we get to the point?
See, now you're trying to take over my podcast.
I'm just asking, what's your point?
Well, I'm trying to introduce because I haven't really introduced anybody. So, Sade.
What's that? I thought we already did all that. Sorry. Were we doing it?
Okay. Well, let's go into it. We'll just go into
I
it.
thought we already introduced
So we can't
ourselves.
agree on the definition of a nerd.
Well,
Is that your
this
diary?
It's my diary. It's
Yes,
my
it
journal.
is. It says.
This is my man journal.
is my journal.
He
Don't
literally
be
wrote.
looking at my man
He
journal.
literally wrote Snapchat from Sade. My reply: Noise.
Don't be reading from my man journal.
Oh, did you see
Okay.
some of his stuff in there?
I just saw it from that
Oh,
angle.
that's
So
funny.
what we were going to primarily focus on this day, is our top movies and why we like them.
I have an opinion about that.
So what we're going to do is we're going to go around the table with Okay, fine. Sade's pointing to DJ. I'm going to point to DJ, then Jerry, then Sade, then myself. And we'll discuss them. Okay, so who has top
Why am I
five?
getting pointed at?
Question: why don't we start with you?
Because I'm the host and I can do whatever.
Oh,
I'm the boss.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah.
I'll just-
You get your own podcast called the Sade Podcast. You can do whatever you want. This is the Disagreeable Nerd Podcast.
But I'm part of the podcast. Should
Well,
I be like a co-person?
That's true. Foss. Foss. Hashtag Foss. Foss. Foss.
Okay.
Which Jerry didn't get the other day, actually.
Yeah.
I floss
I
daily.
didn't think he did.
Okay. So who has their top five? DJ, do you have 5 movies?
I do have 5 movies.
Jerry, do you have 5
I
movies?
really have 6 movies. I don't really have any ranking.
I
for
have
them, though.
movies in my head, but I enjoy DJ's top 5.
Okay, so
You
let's
do
start.
enjoy my top 5?
I enjoy
you like that.
every single one.
Let's
of them.
start with top 5. We'll start with Deej. What is your number 5 movie of all time as a nerd or not a nerd, whatever, just whatever you like?
See, that's my problem. I don't really have a
We're diverse
ranking.
here.
I don't have a ranking for my top 5, really. And I also have a 6 that I don't really know where it places. If I could,
Interesting.
if I could replace something, I'm
I
not
didn't
sure.
say top 6. I said top 5.
That's what I'm saying.
Honorable mention.
It's a loose top
Honorable
5.
mention.
Liar, liar is an honorable mention that could or could not replace something in this
Okay.
list.
Okay, top 5, DJ. Number
Drum roll,
5.
please.
All right, my top 5, and in no order really, is
No order?
So I said I don't really have a ranking.
I'll rank them.
Gobby has a rank.
This is already
Gobby
a mess.
has a rank. I mean, it's
How do
Gobby.
you not have a top movie?
Because I enjoy lots of movies.
Oh my gosh. Okay, go.
I don't really enjoy anyone more than the other one, really.
This podcast is already a failure.
No, it's a failure to you, Gobby.
It is.
You're a loser.
Go. Top 5.
I don't have a man journal. I'm sorry.
Okay.
All right, top 5. Unbreakable.
Wait. One at a time.
That was
So that's
one.
your number 5.
That was literally one. You said one at a
Is
time.
that your number 5?
No, it is unranked.
I said I don't have any ranks. How are you going to say
That's
that
your number. Okay, well, we're going to go one at a time around the table. So you're going to do your 5, then Jerry, then Sade, then me.
But his is not in
You
chronological
have not told me
order.
anything yet.
Okay.
All you said is top 5.
So
I listed one, and you said one at a time.
Did you just shoot out there with your number 1? Your number 1 of 5?
Are you retarded? I said I don't have a ranking.
Okay, so your number 5 is Unbreakable.
No!
Let's just say that.
No!
I'm ranking them. Whether you want it or not, they're
Okay,
being ranked.
hold on. Let me just go ahead and rank these real quick.
Yes,
Gabby.
please
Well,
do.
why-
Number 5, I'm going to go with...
You done said Unbreakable.
Well, no, I'm re-ranking it for
Okay,
you.
are
For
we
you,
ranking?
Gabby, I'm ranking them.
Okay, TJ, what's your number 5 movie of all time?
I'm going to go with The Matrix.
That's nice.
The Matrix.
That's
Interesting.
good.
All right, number 4.
Wait. No, that's not how we're
You
doing
said
it.
5?
No.
You said we're going to go with your top 5 and then move on to the next
Oh
one.
my gosh.
Did you not?
No,
He
I
did
said your number
say
5,
that.
then
No.
Jerry's, then Sade's, then mine. Okay.
This is the second most unprofessional podcast I've ever done.
Okay, so DJ's
So the
number 5 is The Matrix.
Is the Matrix.
Well, I like The Matrix, and I like it when they go real slow.
Best scene of the movie is the end of the scene where he went beast mode. It's like my favorite clip.
Which one?
When he goes all,
It's not a visual podcast.
I can't like
You're
describe
gesturing
it.
a lot. You're gesturing.
You know which
you're
one I'm talking about,
gesticulating
Jerry, right?
wildly.
It's the
but
part.
no one can see it.
The bullet time.
The bullet.
bullet time. Wait. No, bullet time is when he's kneeling backwards.
Oh wait, no,
Any
not,
bullet
not
time?
You're talking about when he does the inhale, exhale, head down, eyes go up, and he's like,
Yes, that scene. That's like
and then
my favorite scene.
Mr. What's this?
Any bullet
Smith.
time is where the time
Mr.
slows
Smith.
down and he can alter
Mr.
the
Smith
bullets.
comes at him, and he's like, yawn, one-handed, blocking all his punches.
That's what Paige is
That's
talking
amazing.
about.
That's amazing. It's an
It's like
excellent
my favorite
scene.
scene.
Well chosen, Sade. I approve that scene. What's your second favorite scene? What's your favorite scene? What's your favorite scene, Deej?
Favorite scene from The Matrix. Favorite scene would just have to be the subway fight. The whole fight. That's the scene.
Did they fight it? Oh,
Yes.
the subway. I was
Neo
thinking they were
and-
fighting over
Neo
footlongs
and
or something.
And Agent Smith fought in the subway,
Him and Jared.
and that was the best scene.
That was cool.
That was the first time he encountered Agent Smith in a almost matched fight, and it was good.
I vaguely remember that. I haven't seen the first Matrix probably since 2005.
When did it come out?
99.
1998 or 99? 1999. Okay, Matrix. Well chosen, Deej.
Gracias.
Okay, Jerry,
Since I am ill,
what's your number 5 movie?
since I am ill prepared,
Okay.
I will just think of the shows that I have enjoyed the most overall, and my number 5 would have to be Driving Miss Daisy. A delightful.
Oh God.
No, that was a good show though.
Whatever you want to choose is up to you.
My number 5 would probably be the show for which everybody here has watched more than anything ever in the history of mankind, if you have a television set, because it's
Armageddon.
no Shawshank Redemption.
That
That show is on television
I've seen
as
that
we
movie
speak.
maybe once.
It's
What
on
is it?
television right now.
It's
You can
on
just,
TNT.
it's on all the time. That's like
Never seen it in my life.
I've seen
Okay.
the movie
Wait,
once.
what? You never? What?
okay. This
It's
is
literally on a channel at some point
right
all
now.
the time.
Right now, you can watch it.
What's the movie called?
The
Shawshank
Shawshank Redemption.
Oh, that does come on. I just skip it. I
Yep.
never
Morgan
watch it.
Freeman.
Yep. Go ahead.
Who's the other guy?
It's
Tim Robbins.
Tim Robbins.
I've seen the movie all the way once through. That's it.
It's
It's deep.
that's a good one.
That's a heavy movie.
It's
That's a
very
good
heavy.
one.
And
And it's got a good ending that I approve of. It's
Well-
not like he does all this suffering for nothing.
Tim Robbins doesn't need your approval.
He's got it anyway.
No, he doesn't worry about it.
He's
Nor
got
does
it.
Morgan Freeman.
Brooks was here.
So was Red.
Bunch of dorks.
And they made it. And they made it all
They
the way
made it.
through.
I cried when
It was.
when Brooks hung
He
himself.
made it.
Spoiler alert.
Oh, wow.
The little old
Just
man.
depressed
No.
me.
He looks like the guy off Up.
Poor Brooks. He couldn't do it.
Wait,
And-
who was Brooks?
The old
little
man,
old man.
The one that left first and got in that hotel and he hung, or that apartment and hung himself.
Oh.
Yeah, he hung himself in a halfway house.
Red came in later, almost hung himself.
Yeah.
What was the name of the main character?
That was Duche.
Okay.
Huh?
No,
No,
Okay.
not Duche.
Bobby Boucher.
no.
Waterboy.
It was.
It was,
It was.
He made his way out due to glacier water. He served to the warden. The warden liked it.
Talking.
He made it out. Bobby Boucher, great movie. Shawshank Redemption.
Adam Sandler hasn't made a good movie
Adam
since.
Sandler, Academy Award winner. Adam Sandler in the Shawshank Redemption.
I would love to see Adam. I'd love to see Adam Sandler be in like an Oscar-worthy film. Just out of nowhere.
Apparently, he made a movie recently.
Andy Dufresne.
Andy Dufresne.
Dufresne.
It's Dufresne.
And funny enough, he was framed.
Not Duframed. Dufresne.
Dufresne. Apparently, Adam Sandler has made a movie that I have not seen. I think it's maybe on Netflix.
It's like an IFC movie or something.
Okay.
Weird. It's one of those
It's like
independent movies.
It's like some super obsolete, super
Obsolete.
independent movie that
Well, as we've already,
he's getting rave reviews for.
As we've already-
and they're talking about Academy Award
It's
for
like a
Adam
drama. It's like
Sandler.
a dramedy.
as we've already figured out, and you have made it clear that doesn't count if it's not distributed by your standards.
Well, he's never seen
Okay.
it, so he can't rank it.
Yeah, I don't know. I
Well,
haven't seen it.
whatever,
I'm
whatever.
just telling you the facts. I just
Sade.
report the news.
What is your number 5?
Sade, do you have a number 5?
Yes.
Okay,
My number
go.
5 might be a movie that few people have seen because I recently just saw it like 6 months ago, but
Okay.
it became one of my favorite movies.
Okay.
It's called Australia. I love that movie.
Crocky!
So,
Go on, right, Jack's the name.
I got
Jesus,
really
we
attached
go.
to the little boy, but I mean,
Rescue Rangers.
it was good.
There's these
It was
people are under 30. They do not know what the Rescue
Oh,
Rangers
sorry.
are.
Okay. But they do know Australian accents.
Is
I
that
don't know what
Australian
the- what was
accent?
that?
Australia!
Is that Australian or
Yes, that's Australian.
or redneck or something? I don't
How
know.
dare you?
Sorry.
You've
How
offended
dare you.
half of our audience.
How dare you?
Sorry.
Without the rednecks, we have no one. Okay, so what do you like about Australia?
I don't know, it just-
Hugh Jackman,
No.
Nicole Kidman,
He wasn't really like.
a random Australian dude that appears in Lion, the movie later. Remember him and Nicole
No.
Kidman? Him and Nicole Kidman
Yeah, I
appear
know they were in
together.
the movie together.
She's
like-
not terrible, but
It
she's
was
not
just
attractive.
my kind of movie. I liked it, like the
Yeah.
fast pace of it and the
Really, the fast pace of Australia?
what do
Because
you
it was
call
a
it?
long epic.
It was
Okay.
in Australia, you know,
It's considered an epic type movie
epic.
because it's like very long.
It is very long. It kind of drags on, but that's okay. I like it.
Very much.
Okay.
Yeah.
Speak-
I don't know. It was just.
It's a good one.
It caught. I was
It's
like
your
in the
movie. It's
I was
your
in
pick.
the audience, and it was like I was.
It's your mistake to make.
It's your mistake. You can like it if you want to,
Gabi-
even if it's a terrible movie.
Gabby, what's your number 5?
Just
Yeah.
kidding. I like Australia too.
Gabby, what's your number 5?
You're
Good
fine.
choice.
You don't like Australia.
I do like Australia.
You don't like Australia.
Australia.
What's your number 5?
Why does he always have to
Hey,
say it in an accent?
Look, I want to
You
know
don't
your
tell
number
me.
5.
This is
I want to know
I
your
know his
number
number
5.
five.
I want to know your number 5.
Okay, let me count.
Oh,
1,
wait.
2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. My number 5 is Gravity by Sandra Bullock.
Okay. I gotta ask you a question about
Oh,
this.
wait. I say my movie and what I get fart noises?
I want to ask you.
What is that?
Okay, for 2 reasons. For 2 reasons. One, Sandra Bullock.
Sandra Bullock,
Two.
amazing Academy Award winner. Go ahead.
2, how many times have you watched Gravity?
3 times.
Do you know that I would probably wager that 99.9% of everybody who's ever watched Gravity has watched it 1 time? Because that's all
Did
you
you
can
say
stand
that?
it.
Okay. Did you hear how many times I just said it?
You are the 0.1%.
3 times.
You're the 0.1%.
I've seen it 3 times.
And it's your number 5 favorite movie
Twice
of all time.
in the movie theater. Once I rented it and watched it. Still loved it. Why? What's the hate against Gravity?
No, I love Gravity. I love the geo force
I'm
that
not
keeps me
talking
here
about
on Earth.
the physical force.
But
of
as for
gravity.
the fact that it's just
what's your problem with the movie?
it's
Gravity.
just 3D porn.
No,
That's-
it's not.
That's all it is.
Sandra Bullock acts the heck out of that movie, and she's all by herself, except for George Clooney, who's like, hey, being super cool until his tether breaks. And okay, I'll admit, when his tether breaks, the science in that doesn't really add up because he's like being pulled away from her, even though
There's no force
the
on him?
action, yeah, the action and reaction should have been that he come to her. Okay, I get that. Neil deGrasse Tyson explains that.
Yeah, and
But
also
the rest of the movie is good action, good suspense, good effects, good soundtrack.
She rode a fire extinguisher to safety.
Awesome.
And Neil deGrasse Tyson would not agree with you. Go ahead.
Gravity. So I guess the hundreds of millions of dollars it made, I'm the only one that likes it.
Well, no. I mean,
Okay,
liked
there
it.
you
It was
go.
a good
Okay.
movie.
Now you're all on the bus with me. Now we're all riding together.
no, we're not.
Welcome aboard.
I've seen it twice.
You're all
Bobby.
right.
Oh, okay. You made it
Oh,
twice. Okay,
I've
so
seen it twice.
Jerry. So maybe Jerry's by
But
himself.
The
I
second
couldn't
time,
make it through.
The second time would be,
Well-
you probably wouldn't count it because I've seen it in school the second time.
Oh, they made you watch it at school to
Yes.
understand acting? Is this acting school that you were watching this in? What were you
No,
watching?
Jerry.
Astronaut school?
It was physics.
So they made you, and what did they...
Physics, booyah!
What
You
did
watch
they-
that in physics
What-
to
Yes.
watch how a fire extinguisher will propel you through space. Okay, now listen, Jerry. Look, I know. Come on.
Be friends,
I know
guys.
I'm not going to fire off a fire extinguisher and it propel me to the pod I need to get to. I understand, but it was dramatic in that moment and it was good. And she's a good actress in that movie. Not all movies in that movie.
Oh, yeah, she was great in Miss Congeniality.
She was. That was a big hit.
Oh, yeah.
A big
great
hit.
hit.
Indecent
Blindside.
Proposal.
The
Wait, no,
Blind
that's the
Side.
wrong movie.
No, yeah.
Just The Proposal.
Not the Indecent Proposal was Demi Moore. That's a whole different ballgame.
Just The Proposal, Ryan Reynolds.
The Proposal, Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
The Blind
Good
Side.
comedy.
Oh, great. Great.
Okay, well, I can't wait
We
to
each
get to
have-
your number 4
We
to
each have
trash
4 more
it.
movies to go through.
Okay, go, DJ. Number 4.
That's 16 movies, by the way. Okay. Number 4, I'm going to go with Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
OMG. Deej, yes. I love that movie.
DJ and Sade high-fived.
That movie's awesome.
I've seen it once. I thought it was mildly humorous.
I've seen that movie like 100 times.
I don't know what to say about
I
it.
have not watched it, but I'm leaving here to watch it.
You're leaving here to watch it.
Yes, because DJ
Is
has,
that the one you said? I've always
DJ
heard a lot
likes
about
it.
it, but never watched it.
I've heard a lot about it. I've never watched it.
It's
And the fact that DJ likes it has pushed it over the edge. I must watch it.
Because
Because DJ tends to be a connoisseur of things.
Oh, connoisseur, mostly sewer. Am I right?
Gravity.
Mostly sewer. Gravity, mega hit, Gravity. Scott Pilgrim, flop.
Now a cult classic.
It is a cult classic. I'll give you that. Okay, Jerry, you're number 4. I don't have nothing else to say about Scott Pilgrim because I watched it.
It's an awesome movie.
I watched it one time. It was funny. I don't care.
First time I ever watched it
I
was
don't
with
care
you.
either that way or this way about it.
It was hilarious.
The
Jerry?
last of the Mohicans.
Oh, Jerry! Oh, Jerry! That's my number 4 as well.
We had crossover.
You guys
That's
are connecting.
my
Oh, great. So y'all can skip the number 4.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you being serious right
yes,
now?
yes. I'm being serious right
And I've
Yes.
never talked to you about Last
now.
Mohicans.
Never talked
I
to
have to
Jerry,
see the
I want
movie.
to cry right now. I want to cry.
Oh,
The Last of the
you've
Mohicans.
changed his life.
The Last of the
You've
Mohicans,
changed
and the
my
reason
life.
why is number 1, the soundtrack was excellent,
I've never
So
seen the movie.
true.
and number 2, it is. I love
What?
Daniel Day Lewis.
Try to lean up
and
towards
I
your
think
microphone.
I love Daniel Day Lewis, but I think that this was probably he was not cast well in this movie.
Right.
He did the best he can. I mean, it's like he's a metrosexual British man. It's like we need you to be a Native American, and so the fact that he took this movie, and it's just an awesome movie. It's a wonderful love story, and there's action, and it's just the quintessential. It's up there. It is.
It
It's
is.
good.
I literally showed Sade this was it last night or the night before?
It was last night.
It's on YouTube.
I was.
The last
Yeah.
third of the movie where they're like hunting down.
That last 10 minutes of the movie where they're playing that epic soundtrack and it
Yes.
ends. That
It
is-
made
that
me
is
want to watch
probably-
the movie.
That is one of the best.
The
shots in
soundtrack is epic with those violins going. Them hunting down Magua. He's the bad.
I gotta say, I can't even get on this. It might be one of my favorites, but
American
I've never seen
Indian.
the movie.
Me either.
It's directed by Michael Mann.
I know it's a
I
good movie.
love
I've just
Michael
never
Mann.
seen the movie.
Stars Daniel Day-Lewis.
Yes.
Who again? Yeah, he's not. Although he isn't adopted, he's the adopted son of the last of the Mohican. Because, spoiler alert for a 30-year-old movie, the Uncas is the son of the last Mohican. Well, he dies because him and his girlfriend, they both die by Magwa's hand.
Which that truly is. That's when I refer to the love story. That's the love story.
Yeah. And Jodie May, when I was a 18-year-old boy, she stole my heart in that movie. And she jumped off that cliff, and it broke my heart.
Yep.
It broke my heart when she went chasing after Uncas.
But her man,
Her man.
manned up. He showed up. He showed up to get her.
So
Got killed doing it, but that's how it goes.
Yeah. Jerry, we're best friends now. We're
All
best
right.
friends, BFFs.
I'm probably going to burn you on
Okay.
the next one. Go ahead.
Oh, it's me?
Sade, you're number 4.
My number 4 is The Martian. The Martian.
What was your number 5?
Australia.
Australia. Number 4, The Martian.
Yes.
That is acceptable.
It was pretty awesome movie.
Good movie.
I was
Gina?
involved emotionally.
Gina, my wife, does not often like movies, go to movies,
Oh yeah.
but
She enjoyed The Martian.
She enjoyed
Yes.
The Martian.
She actually came to the movie theaters and watched it with us.
What is it that you liked about The Martian?
Well, just why do you always ask me what I liked about the movie?
what?
Because
You
it's your
picked it.
favorite.
You
I
picked
know,
it.
but you don't ever ask them.
Because
I
this
thought
is
I
your
did.
favorite. Yes, what I liked about the Matrix.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't think he asked you guys what you liked.
He
Oh,
really-
so
well-
sorry. Okay, well, I'll ask them the next
Hold on.
round.
Hold on. The only movie he asked me what I liked about the Matrix. That was my first movie.
Yeah.
His next movie was what? What was his
But
fifth?
you didn't ask him why he liked The Last Mohican. So.
No. What
He
was
started
no, they
talking
had a whole,
about it.
They had a whole
Oh.
conversation about what they
Oh.
He
liked.
went
okay.
to the soundtrack.
But what was
Oh.
his fifth? What was his first one he said?
His first
Jerry
one was
Shawshank
Sean.
Shawshank
Yeah, we
Redemption.
talked about that.
Oh, okay.
What we're trying to bring out is that you're wrong.
You have a short memory. No, The Martian is a perfectly acceptable movie.
We just didn't really talk about The Last Mohicans because they both kind of
The book's
geeked out
better.
about it.
The Martian.
The book
I'm
is an
actually
excellent
in the
book.
process
The
of
book-
reading the book.
The book is excellent.
Also
It's a
profanity.
funny book, actually,
It is.
too. But yeah, anyways, when he was
So
like
what do you
on
like
that
about The
point
Martian?
of dying, like I really got tears because
Mhm.
like I was emotionally involved.
They should have let him die.
Like no, no. If he would have died, it would have been pretty like, real.
Yeah.
FR.
Well, no, but that is where I do
Like he shouldn't have survived in Mars.
the book.
I don't know.
I have to say this. I cried reading the book. I did not cry watching the movie. Because in the book, his escape was much more
Emotional.
emotional.
Like, He hadn't been around people
and in
for
the movie, it's just kind of like
forever.
he escaped.
Yeah.
In the
The,
movie, it appeared to me that Matt Damon was very buff for the entire time that he was on Mars, and all of a sudden, when he's about to leave
Oh, yeah, he
Mars,
starts starving.
all of a sudden turns into this shriveled
Thanks
up.
to his potatoes.
It's like, wait a minute,
Oh,
wait a
yeah.
minute. You had a 6-pack there the whole time, and all of a sudden, the
Yeah.
last, it just go to show, oh yeah, this is what
the potato 6-pack.
400 days of potatoes will do to you.
And I like.
I'm going on a potato diet right now.
Well, it works.
They
Well,
have
all I know is that
The
glucose.
French fries count?
when there was a famine of potatoes, a lot of people died. So I was just letting you know that potatoes are essential. All right, next.
Stuff like that.
Next.
The Martian.
Yeah.
Well,
Jerry's
Gabby's-
rushing me to
That's
go.
good.
Number 4.
Okay, my number 4, as I said, was Last of the Mohicans.
Which
All
we've
right.
talked about.
Moving on.
Which we discussed.
DJ, what's your number 3?
Okay, now
I guess we're moving on.
number 3.
All right, here's where it gets tough. I'm
Here
going
we
to
go.
go with number 3 as Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens.
Oh, bravo,
I-
bravo,
I've got-
bravo.
I'm very surprised.
I don't have
Bravo.
I don't have an
We
issue
keep
with
saying
this.
that to Jerry.
I don't have an issue with this.
Really?
I don't
'Cause
have an
it's
issue with this.
Deej.
I understand that is a nice. It's a decent movie,
Interesting.
and people who are framing Star Wars in a certain
Jerry's
way
got his
will
eyes closed.
enjoy that. Of course, naturally for myself, Empire Strikes Back in that era is a little more poignant, but I'm fine with that. I'm fine with people liking the new Star Wars, and I have
It's
high hopes for
excellent.
number 8.
Okay,
It's an
now this is
excellent
my
movie.
deal. As long as your 2 and 1 aren't Star Wars episodes 5 and 4.
No more Star Wars on my
Okay.
list.
Wait.
I was surprised that Return of the Jedi
did you
wasn't
say
yours.
episode 7, right?
Mhm.
So Star Wars episode 7 is your top ranked movie in the Star Wars universe.
Yes.
Yeah.
Return of the Jedi. You didn't. I thought that was your.
It used to be until I
Used to
saw
be.
7.
Ah.
Now, I think you said something a little bit. You were really getting on to me in a previous podcast about me choosing Star Wars Episode 7 over.
No, I said that's your favorite movie, right? And you said yeah. I said it's a good movie. I wasn't saying that shouldn't be in your top movies. I was saying that what you were talking about, the story matched up exactly.
Okay.
And I said
Okay.
I give you that it matches up, but you're looking for the story to match up, and we're not going to get into that discussion again.
We'll do it again.
No, we're not right now.
Okay, I cannot disagree with. While Star Wars episodes, I realize I said that in my previous podcast, the first one, that Star Wars Episode 7 replaces 4 for me. That's true. It replaces 4. But Return of the Jedi is my favorite Star Wars movie, and I know that it's kind of widely criticized for the Ewoks and being silly, but it's the happiest movie. It's Han Solo doing his thing. Episode 6 is my favorite.
It used to be.
But 7 is my second favorite.
And 7's only my second favorite, or my favorite right now, until I see Episode 8, because I'm pretty
8, 9.
sure that 8 is going to take it.
Or perhaps 10, 11, or 12.
I am almost certain that 8, no. I'm almost certain 8 is going to take it.
I'm pretty sure as well.
Okay, we'll see. We'll see. Okay, so very interesting. Jerry, you're number 3.
My third film nobody here has seen, probably, and probably most people listening have
Don't
not seen.
discount me.
Is a particularly, say it's newer.
I'm a cinemaphile.
It was within the past 10 years. It was Joseph Gordon-Levitt is the star of it.
Love it.
The name of it is called Brick.
Never seen it.
Never seen it.
And what is very interesting about it, it is a detective noir film based out of a high school. I hate every single movie that involves high school students. I think they're stupid. I think it's been done a million times. Brick, you have to watch it 4 or 5 times to even comprehend what has taken place. The story, you have to watch it with the subtitles on. It is a phenomenal movie. And it is one of the most well-written.
I don't know if you've talked about it or someone. I've heard the name Brick, but I've
talked
never
about
seen
it.
the
And
movie.
if you like a good, not just a mystery, but a good story, and you like to see a twist put on old themes, Brick.
Is it a murder mystery?
It is a murder mystery.
It is?
It is a murder mystery.
Is Brick the name of a person?
I am not giving it away.
Okay.
B-R-I-C-K.
Brick, you're number 3.
Number 3. You might be able to get it on Netflix now. It might be on there. I don't know. But
Okay.
it's a phenomenal film.
Interesting. I'll have to
Sounds
check
interesting.
It is.
Check it out. I like Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
I like him most of the time. Sometimes he's a little...
He was in one of my favorite romantic comedies, 500 Days of Summer, which
Yeah, that's a good one.
that is a excellent movie.
Sade, you're number 3.
Jurassic Park.
Jurassic Park. Classic.
You know what? I almost had Jurassic Park on my list only because, like I was saying earlier, about movies that come on TV that you will watch no matter what.
Yes, that's how it is with me.
I will. If Jurassic Park's on TV,
Dinosaurs.
you're gonna watch it. It's
Yeah.
Jurassic Park.
Yeah,
It never gets old.
never does. I have the VHS tape.
Clever
Paige has
Still.
Paige has been a fan for a long time.
I've also read the book.
So how do you feel about Jurassic World that just came out last year?
I will say,
Or was it 2 years ago?
I
It doesn't matter.
still
Whatever.
like Jurassic Park. Still my favorite over Jurassic World.
What did you think about Chris Pratt in Jurassic World? Did you like him? Think he was funny?
I don't really like Chris Pratt in
I don't
Jurassic
either.
World.
I didn't either.
Not really.
And I'm just going to bring this up too, by the way, that the director of, and I had to look it up because I forgot.
Colin Trevorrow.
The director of Brick
Oh.
is Ryan Johnson, who is directing Star Wars.
Really?
Wow.
Wow.
Ryan Johnson, who also did Looper, which is
Love Looper.
which is an
Oh,
excellent
never seen
science.
it.
Oh,
Me
I
either.
mean, I've
I should've
heard
put
about it,
Looper
but
in
I
my-
haven't.
Oh, I should have put that on
What's
my top.
Looper?
it's
Well, it's-
Joseph Gordon-Levitt and
Bruce
Bruce
Willis.
Willis, time travel, blow your
And
mind.
Emma-
Blunt, Emily Blunt.
Emily Blunt.
Emily
Yeah,
Blunt.
it's her in
But
there
Ryan
too.
Johnson also did.
Star Wars Episode 8.
He's doing Star Wars Episode 8,
And the
10, 11,
whole
12.
and the whole new trilogy.
and he was also a director of Breaking Bad, and so he is about as legit
yeah.
as a director as you can
Kathleen Kennedy is a big fan.
Yeah, apparently, because she's putting him in directing of
Yeah.
the whole new trilogy.
Yeah.
Put him in charge of that.
get of what trilogy.
Interesting.
The
The
Star
10,
Wars
11,
trilogy.
12 trilogy. Of
Oh,
Star
yeah. Oh,
Wars.
yeah.
That has nothing to do with
That
what
has
we're
nothing.
seeing.
They're apparently going to get away from the Skywalker thing and start off on a whole new trilogy, according to the most recent reports.
Just go on with it.
Wow.
So Ryan Johnson, legit, apparently. I have yet to see a movie he's directed.
He's
but
too legit to quit.
we'll see what happens. Okay. So Jurassic Park, acceptable pick. My number 3 movie.
Hold on. What'd you like about Jurassic Park, Paige?
Dinosaurs?
It's dinosaurs. Who doesn't like dinosaurs?
Jeff
And
Goldblum.
Velociraptors.
Okay,
Jeff
Jurassic
Goldblum.
Park. You just finished the book, right?
Yes, like
What did
2
you
months
think about
ago.
the difference between the book and the movie?
it's way
well, of
different.
course, it's just a
Yes.
lot of detail. Like, I mean, you can't put every
Which did you
detail
prefer,
in
the book or the movie?
The book.
The movie.
Oh, hell!
Yeah, it's weird. I love the book.
Paige going
It
against
was
the
awesome.
grain.
You
The
can-
fact that they killed my favorite person in there.
Malcolm?
Yes, they killed him in the book, which I
they
was pretty
didn't.
upset.
Yeah,
But in the
they
movie-
did until they made the movie and made him live.
They
and
made
then
him
Michael
live in
Crichton
the
had to
movie.
rewrite everything to make him popular.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
I think Gabby knows what he's talking about.
So you're saying...
Malcolm,
Let me-
Jeff
wait.
Goldblum, the Jeff Goldblum character died in Jurassic
He
Park.
died in the book.
Okay, let me correct you on this. 'Cause
Now,
you're-
let me correct you.
So you're saying that Lost World, the movie, was made before Lost World, the book?
No.
Okay.
Lost World, the book, was written after Jurassic Park, the movie.
After Jurassic Park.
I'll look that up.
Because Jeff Goldblum was so popular, such a big hit, Michael Crichton rewrote him, resurrected him for the Lost World book.
I'm now remembering movies I was wanting to put in my list that I forgot about.
Oh, dude. It sucks. That's why it's hard.
I hate to school you, Jerry. I
Go
hate
ahead.
to
Go
school
about your
you.
business.
I hate to school
Hold
you.
on. Shh. What is this from, Gabi?
Huh?
Yoda.
Where's that from?
Is that nope?
I don't know.
The Dark Crystal.
I've never seen that movie.
I think you just
I've never seen that movie.
You
Sorry.
just hurt me.
hurt.
I've never seen that movie. I've never seen that movie.
Jerry, have you seen The Dark Crystal?
I've seen that
A
with
Jim
the
Henson movie?
with the little characters with the pointy ears that were kind of creepy. Yes,
Yes.
it's been a long time, but that was like
You kind of
that's-
sounded like Yoda.
I'm gonna.
It's one of those. It's one of
Well,
those
it's Jeff-
Skeksis.
It's Jeff. Yeah, it's the
Jim
same.
Henson.
Jim
It's the
Henson.
same one that did The Labyrinth
And
with
I'm,
David Bowie and
Gotcha.
Jennifer Connelly.
and let me
I
just throw
forgot
that
about
out
that
there.
movie.
Jennifer Connelly, greatest woman ever.
Beautiful. That was probably like my first crush was Jennifer Connelly in The Labyrinth.
I'm gonna tell you. Yeah, okay. We're gonna get off Jennifer Connelly here for a moment. I just,
Okay, go. What do you got to say?
I've lost my mind. I just when I heard Jennifer Connelly.
Jennifer Connelly, you just stopped. You can't think now.
Anyways,
Okay.
that's one of the bad guys.
You were
in
looking
the-
up
in the
Malcolm,
Dark Crystal.
I
Jurassic
just
Park.
I don't even care.
Oh, who cares?
I'm looking at
Who's-
Jennifer Connelly.
Who's Malcolm? Okay, well, y'all can all research that,
I'm good. I believe you.
but I'm quite sure
I'm not that worried about
that after the success of Jurassic Park, Malcolm was resurrected for the book to appear in the book and the next movie.
it. How was he resurrected in the book? I don't think I ever read The Lost World.
Uh,
Or maybe I did. I can't
it's been
remember.
forever since
I haven't read
I
it
have
yet.
never read Jurassic Park. I read it the first time back when it came out, and that was it.
I read the first book a long time. Or I read Jurassic Park a long time ago. I don't remember Lost World. I remember reading it, but I don't remember what was really the book.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't either.
I started reading Lost
They were
World
both good, but Jurassic
Yeah.
Park was
Yeah.
the best.
Yeah, definitely.
and realized I wasn't reading part 1, so I stopped reading it and read part 1.
Okay, my number 3, as Jerry does his research, is
I bet I know what it is.
what?
Is it Independence Day?
No,
Gladiator?
no,
Armageddon?
no.
I forgot about
Never
Gladiator
mind. Go
too.
ahead.
There's just so many good
My number
movies.
3, and this I want to carry this discussion on later,
I
but
really
my
thought I
number
knew it.
3 is Inception.
Inception.
Okay, can I say something?
I love.
It's a good movie, but in your top?
Hey.
I love
Can I say something? That's my
Ince-
number 1.
Inception. Inception kind of made me like cry. I don't know why.
It changed my life.
Inception was
Wow.
just amazing to me.
I'm just like, mind blown.
Wow.
That's how
I think
felt.
it's.
I think what ruined this movie for me is watching it with Dominique
Yeah, that may have happened, but-
Why?
and having to pause it every
Explain
5
it.
seconds.
Oh yeah,
No
yeah.
doubt.
You need to rewatch it.
That was terrible, and I love the movie. Don't get
I
me wrong,
watched it in the theater,
but it can't. I did too, but it can't be in my top.
There is I cannot count how many movies there are where that trope of are they in a dream or are they awake? Is this real or is this fake? Has been done and done and done. And it very much impresses me because I like Christopher Nolan, excellent director, that he took that trope, made a movie about it, and it's literally the same thing that has been on TV and movies for 100 years. And because of his style and the way they're writing, people are foolishly believing
But they didn't have
that this is that this is this is like one of the greatest movies ever made. It wasn't new, but the idea behind it, you take something old and you put a spin on it.
I like the fact that they go into the dream. Okay, they incept it, whatever. They go deeper in the dream. Time slows even further. The science behind that, who knows? They made it up. Go deeper in the dream. For every minute you're awake, you're 3 years in a dream.
Every time I dream, I'll be awake or sleep for 2 hours, and I'll be like a whole day in there.
Yeah,
I mean, it's just the action. It was all the above. It was the
I can have a super long dream, wake up at 2:00 in the morning, and be like, "Wow, I've only been asleep
Hans
for 2
Zimmer
hours."
soundtrack.
Oh yeah, Hans is
Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Okay, he was in Third Rock. Last I knew, suddenly he's like the coolest guy in Inception. Like walking on the walls and the ceiling, tying those people up.
nobody's cooler than Tom Hardy.
Tom Hardy really didn't have a
statement.
whole lot to do in that movie.
Besides,
He's
Gordon-Levitt.
still Tom Hardy.
No.
besides Tom Hardy killing like 500 guys in the
Joseph
snow.
Gordon-Levitt
He
was
didn't
the
have a lot to
coolest
do.
guy in that movie. Joseph Gordon-Levitt was the coolest guy in Inception.
just because he was a pessimist.
Whatever y'all want to say.
Let's talk about Leonardo DiCaprio.
Because he was gobby.
Shardae's a fan of Leo
I like
DiCaprio.
Leo DiCaprio.
He's a good one.
It was good. And it was a movie that, cliche as it may be, that top was spinning. You see it wobble. Did it fall or did it not? I talked about it. We discussed it. I love that movie.
It's a good one.
Okay.
That's a whole other
Deej?
discussion as Inception.
You're number 2.
Oh my God, it's just listening to y'all, and I've been thinking and coming up with all these movies. I still don't think I can replace anything though.
My last two are written in stone.
I'm just gonna throw in these 3 honorable mentions before I even list my number 2.
Okay.
Is
We'll allow that.
The Labyrinth.
Okay. Never seen it.
OMG.
You've never seen The Labyrinth or The
I
Dark
think
Crystal?
I've seen like bits and pieces, but
I've
I do
seen
not
bits and
remember them.
pieces.
We love you, David Bowie.
Okay, so The Dark Crystal, The Labyrinth, and Liar Liar. So number 2, I'm gonna go with Signs.
That is a phenomenal movie.
It
That
is.
was
It
good.
is. It is a movie that terrified me as a child and has became my favorite as an adult.
It is a good
Actually, I'm going to say preteen to an adult
Good
because
choice.
it is.
Oh, that's a good one, Deej.
That movie is almost perfect. I will say.
Yeah.
The what gets me about that movie is it is extremely slow,
Yes.
but yet it has my interest the entire time.
Yeah, there's not a point in that movie where I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
this part's dragging on.
But I think that movie as a whole, when you have Mel Gibson and Joaquin Phoenix, and is that Dakota Fanning, the little girl?
No, that's not Dakota Fanning.
Who is the little girl?
Oh,
That's
It doesn't
I
matter.
can't remember her name, but
it
yeah,
doesn't,
But you have
it's a different
you
girl.
have the director M. Night Shyamalan, and after they did that,
one of the what Culkins?
they
Yeah,
just
Culkin.
that was it. They lost their mind. Everybody on that
Everybody-
shit. Everybody who was
Joaquin Phoenix?
Joaquin Phoenix. I already said Joaquin Phoenix. He lost his mind. Everybody lost their mind. And I just think that it was because they knew they had done all that they could. They fried their brains making Signs, a show that should have been terrible. It should have been very boring, and it was suspenseful.
Abigail Breslin was a little girl.
Yeah, nobody knows. Nobody cares.
No, she's famous now.
What did she do?
She's doing good.
What's she in?
Well, okay, you asked.
I've seen a movie she was
She's
in.
been Little Miss Sunshine,
Didn't care.
Not that-
Zombieland,
no.
Signs, Rango.
No.
What's
What's a popular one she's been?
Scream Queens is a TV show right now. She's in that.
Well, she's done more than me, so I'll give it to her.
Maggie, which was
Maggie.
Oh!
Schwarzenegger
That's-
zombie movie.
You're making me feel so old because every one time you're saying these shows, I'm thinking there was no little girl in that. There was no little girl in that. That's not. She's grown.
She's a grown woman
Signs
now.
was like 2004 or
Yeah,
something like that.
she's a grown woman
okay.
now.
Okay. All right. We'll give it that. We'll let
Anyway,
it go.
yes, Signs.
I
Love
mean, I
everything
wouldn't say
about it.
she's a big time actress. She
No,
hadn't
not
really
at all.
super broke through,
Not at
but
all.
she's still doing her thing.
Good for her.
Yeah, Signs.
Signs.
Love the
Good
love the
choice.
scenes. Love the shots. Love those long shots. Long holding. Wait until something
agree.
happens. Everything. Oh, the aliens. The way he hides them, and then they come out. It's just perfect suspense.
I'm not a mega fan of M. Night Shyamalan,
But that movie.
but Signs reeled me
well,
in.
then you're gonna hate my number one.
I know you're number one.
Yeah,
it's-
Gabby does my number one.
Signs is, yeah.
Here's
The
your sign.
pacing,
You know what? I almost. The pacing's great. I almost
and
threw
the humor.
Oh, hold on, another
Humor.
note.
Humor
yeah,
saves
the
it.
humor was good too. Running around the
I'm
house.
insane with anger.
I'm gonna beat you. Anyway, so another honorable mention. I almost threw in there, but I was like, nah, because most people don't like it. Is The Village.
I love The Village.
Oh,
Village is one of my
goodness.
favorites too, but a lot of people didn't like it. I love the
I
long
didn't like
scene
it.
shots.
I
I
love
loved
The
everything about
Village.
it.
Is it, okay?
But it's polarizing. And anybody who says they hate it, I understand why.
Yeah, but it's a good movie.
It's
to me.
one of those movies where like
The story is good.
it was incredible to me up until they messed it up. Up until the monsters weren't real monsters and it was just them in costumes.
Yeah.
Uh,
But that's
the
M.
monst-
Night Shyamalan.
the
I mean.
monsters-
I know
The
it was the
monsters
twist.
were real. They were the people. They were the true
People
monsters.
were the monsters.
Oh,
If you
wow.
don't think deeply about
So
it,
deep.
yeah,
So
that's,
deep.
that's the monsters.
And I
within.
mean, the twist was interesting, being that they were just hiding in the modern
Adrian
age.
Brody,
they were out
great
back.
actor.
They
And
were
it was
literally just in somebody's
creepy.
yard.
Adrian Brody's a great
But
actor.
as
I
soon
say
as
that
the
much.
monster was
I love
revealed
that
to be human, I was no longer scared or tense.
Well, the point
But
of
up
it,
until then, it was an amazing movie.
the point of it was the monsters weren't really that scary. They were just there to hold them in. But what made it scary was that there was a insane person doing all these insane things under the disguise of something that people thought was real.
Who?
Adrian Brody.
The crazy
Oh,
guy that
He
started,
was the guy?
yeah, he started killing all the animals and he was like chasing her out in the woods.
Oh, really? I don't remember it.
He's just being crazy.
It's been a long time ago. That's an old movie. Adrian Brody. Pfft. What's he been in lately?
Predator. Or Predators, I guess.
That was
Predators.
I didn't see it.
Predators, yeah.
Anything Adrian Brody's in has been
Commercials. Chic commercials.
The pianist before that.
Gillette
They
Mach
got
3.
he got his Oscar or whatever it was, Academy Award for the pianist, and after that, it's like I'll just be in whatever.
I'm done.
Yeah, I'm done. I'll phone it in.
Okay. Jerry, you're number 2.
I went back and forth on this, and it's difficult because you have to think of the shows and what you're willing to watch when it comes on. Jurassic Park was on there for me for a good long time. I thought about that. Another film that's a little bit darker is Alien. Still, but that's not something
Wait,
that
what's your number 2?
I'm
He has
Oh,
he
you
has-
said he
he's
had
building
that.
up to
No.
it.
those were like the things that I've tumbled around in my head, and they didn't make my list just because they're not shows that I love them, but they're just shows that when they come on, I won't consistently watch. There was one show that I have probably watched more times than it was healthy for. The fact that it was Kevin Costner didn't help things.
Dances with Wolves?
Nope.
Oh.
Robin Hood. Robin Hood. It should not be that good of a show, but every time I watch Robin Hood, and I see Alan Rickman, and I hear this, and Morgan Freeman, and all that.
Take your heart out
it's-
with a spoon.
There's way too much. It is one of those shows that I sit there and think,
It's stupid.
this is stupid.
It's stupid.
This should not
That
be.
movie's known for being stupid.
It's so stupid, but it is so good. It's so stupid.
That's like saying Robin Hood Men in Tights is...
I know.
No,
That's a good one.
I know.
Prince of Thieves. That's a good
About
one.
Robin Hood, there's something about it.
You know
And
what though? I have not watched it recently.
Every time I watch it, I think this is. There's no.
Have you watched it recently?
Yes, I have.
How recently?
Like fired up the YouTube channel and looked up the everything I do it for you, and knew the words to it recently. It's not going to be on anybody's top
That's
10.
interesting.
Hold on. Spaceballs.
So you're saying it's your number 2, Jerry?
young, I
It is
liked
my
that
number
movie a
2.
lot.
Okay.
When I
I've
was
never
young,
seen it.
I
But
really
But you're not going to
liked
like my number 1 either.
Okay. Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. I think only people of a certain age can enjoy it.
That is why I liked it. I know.
What
that's
about The
why.
Last Night?
It was the 90s.
The Last Night. What's that?
Is that
First
what?
Night?
What's his name?
Transformers?
Is it First Night?
All right, which one are you thinking of? Who's in it?
Are you talking about-
Oh, that's First
No,
Night.
that's
That's First
First
Night.
Night.
With
No, that's terribly generic.
it was very generic, but the fact it had Sean Connery.
It was fine.
Richard Gere.
Richard Gere, that's his
Sean
name.
Connery, and
Richard
That was
Gere.
super generic.
Richard Gere's a knight. I believed it.
Save Camelot.
the First Night.
He's Richard Knight.
Never surrender.